first Ryder Cup. Pleased to be joined by United States Ryder Cup captain, Davis Love III. Davis, like yesterday, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. First question will be just your thoughts on the day and how the switch flipped a little bit there this afternoon, and then your thoughts, initial thoughts on tomorrow's pairings. So maybe talk about today first.
Well, obviously a great day. We had a great start yesterday, a great finish today. So all in all, it was a great 2 days for us. And, I keep saying it over and over again in every interview. Our team played great for 2 days, and the European team played great for 2 days. And we had a lot of tough matches. I saw more birdies in the groups that I was watching. I saw more birdies than I think I've ever seen. It was unbelievable atmosphere out there and a lot of great golf. And then the matchups, no matter how we put them out there and no matter how many they put them out there, there was going to be great matches. There's so many guys. I know they had a lot of new guys, but some of them played incredibly well. Our guys top to bottom playing very, very well. As I've said before, it's hard to sit guys out, and now I don't have to sit anybody out. So I'm excited to not have to make any of those calls and phone calls anymore, and we can all go play tomorrow.
Yeah, your tough decisions have been made. All right, let's begin straight ahead. Number 4, please.
Davis, at 5:10 this afternoon, it was 6.5, 6.5. Did you say anything to the last 3 pairings? Did you make any comments to them to say what to do at that position?
When it got to 6.5, no, I'm always relying on my. I keep saying assistant vice captains. It says on their cart. I keep relying on them to tell me where to go, basically. And we ended up at the last minute, obviously, with Bubba, so we have a lot of coverage. We have a lot of guys out there supporting. So we started off the week with, me being on the tee for the first 4 matches and then racing out to the 4th hole to be on the first par 3 and start getting clubs because I could give advice. Obviously, that worked the first day, first match, so we just said we better stick with it. The only deviation, really, that I did is today I just said I really feel like I ought to start off walking with the Koepka and Dustin Johnson match, the first match off. And I wanted to see the battle of the bombers, and Thomas Bjorn and I were enjoying saying that they hit it a lot farther than I ever did. So it was fun to watch starting off. And then I got out to 4 and I parked it there. So I missed some annex, I guess, on the first tee and some good songs, but I missed my guys teeing off. But I felt better, walking off with those guys and seeing how the course was playing. And then it was just fun to keep shifting to the same spot. I would shift to number 8, then I would shift over to the next par 3, and we had a couple little things come up in the back 9 where I got pulled off of standing on the par 3s, but then we had some close matches. So I would just say, which one do you think I ought to go watch? But obviously Tiger's watched the same guys play all week, and Tom Lehman's watched the same guys play all week. So I'm just kind of filling holes and really making pairings. That was my big job, and it was a hard job. Make the pairings and sit guys out under the time crunch. We were almost late today. We were so last minute for the afternoon pairings.
Okay, number 3 on our right, please.
Davis, over here. I believe I saw a report that Tiger talked you into sending Jordan and Patrick out for the afternoon. Is that true? And could you share with us that conversation?
Well, we had a lot of scenarios. These days with the radio is great, but then with text messaging, everybody was texting me their lineup. We started the last night, and then this last session we had a plan. Here's all the options, and Tiger likes to say plan A and plan B. And we went. We got a little panicky there before we had to turn them in because everybody had a different idea. And I just kept reminding them that there was 4 guys sitting back in the clubhouse that were ready to play. And when it came right down to it, Phil made an unbelievably good call. I was waiting until Phil got done with his match, and it kind of made the guys back in the clubhouse a little bit nervous. but texting made it good. But we all kind of had a little bit different idea. Even my son threw a lineup. He was my cart driver. He said, here's a lineup. And I just finally said to Tiger, are we playing them or are we sitting them? And he said, no, you have to send them back out there. They're playing so well. And so what we've been trying to do is the 4 teams we thought were the best and we trusted the most, we would send out there. Fortunately, we ended up with getting everybody out there both days, which was good.
Number 2 on our left.
Davis, it's no surprise with the Europeans down 3 that Darren would top load his team going out. Did you throw Patrick and Jordan near the top in anticipation of him giving you a really heavyweight start, and you wanted to have somebody that strong at that position as well?
Yeah, the 6 of us sat way back in the back of the locker room and talked about it for a while. And we've got, as we've been talking for the last year, we've got stats guys that tell us what's usually happened. I've obviously been around a lot of teams. No secret that they were going to load the boat. So our problem, again, was we say, all right, we're going to put the 6 guys out that are playing really well. Well, we got 12 that are playing really well, so we didn't know what to do. Look at Dustin Johnson at 9. He made a pile of birdies today. Just his record might not look as good. But yeah, we had guys that wanted to get going, guys that wanted a little more time, guys that wanted to play close to each other. But we got what we expected from Darren, and I'm sure he didn't expect anything different from us.
2 more questions. Let's go 4 and then 1. 4, please.
Patrick and Rory have sort of been stars this week for both sides. But with the way Patrick's playing right now, how confident are you in him, regardless of who his opponent was going to be tomorrow?
Confident in all 12 of our guys. They've all done what they've asked, what I've asked them to do incredibly well. They're all confident. They all want to play. But Patrick is, I told Ian Poulter back in 2012 that he was built for the Ryder Cup, and I think Patrick Reed's built for the Ryder Cup too. He's got that attitude, and it'll be obviously that's going to be a fun match to watch, and 2 of the best players in the game going at it. But you just go down the list. They're just great match after great match after great match. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Number 1, please.
Davis, beyond the point of JB and Ryan getting a point in that last match, how important, and can you talk about the momentum of actually winning that last match and carrying it over into Sunday like you've seen in the past?
Well, it's nice to have a good day. I mean, it's great to say, oh, you guys played what I said last night. You guys played really well all day, but obviously there was a little bit of a letdown feeling when we went back to the hotel, even though we were 2 ahead. A little bit of the air went out of the balloon, even though we played well all day. And you can tell Dustin Johnson, well, you played a great match. I watched you. You made a ton of birdies. You played awesome, but he still didn't win, And you still have that feeling of, I wish I'd have won that point for my team. So it's nice to go in on a high, but as I said, we all but 2 of us have been on teams before, and we know the deal that tomorrow is extremely important. There's still 12 points to be played, and you just can't get off the game plan and just keep grinding it out for one more day.
Last question, number 3 on the right, please.
Davis, this has been everything about this team has been so forward-thinking from the get-go. Is there any point in bringing up Medina tonight? And if not, why not?
Me bringing it up in the team room? No, we keep looking forward. Trust me, the 6 captains, we talk about it because we've learned. We brought up every year from, well, I don't know how far back our stats go on the European team, but yeah, that's our job, is to look at the stats and figure out a lineup. Think about, we got slowed down on the pairings tonight because we got guys that played on a lot of teams sitting in there going, well, remember when we did this and remember when we did that. And sure, 8, 10, 12, 14 were all talked about. but that's our job. There's a reason why we're the captains. Reason why those guys said I will come and help is because they have experience. So yeah, we talked about it, and we threw a lineup out there based on that. I'll never forget the conversation Darren Clark and I had Sunday night at Medina on the back porch of the hotel, and he and I'll have another conversation about this lineup. No matter what the outcome is. So we've seen it before, and we use that experience to our advantage, and hopefully every one of those 12 matches will just go play their match and try to win their point, do the best they can for the team.
United States Ryder Cup captain Davis Love.
Thank you.
Sleep fast.